All right, kids, got a big, exciting day planned for you today. We are going to call Tommy's landlord back. He's got 1 year free rent already decided. A pretty phenomenal rate of rent as well. And we're going to come back here and you're going to watch me scream at that landlord. But first, let's try something a little bit different. Got an idea. Let's do this. Let me know if you can hear everything okay when I play this video. Check it out.
Hi, I'm Danny D'Angelo. Recently, my silly YouTube has been going a little viral because YouTube wants to push shorts.
I'll start it over for you kids.
Hi,
I'm terrible at this.
I'm Danny D'Angelo.
How can you hear it? Does it sound good?
My silly YouTube has been going a little viral because YouTube wants to push shorts. And although I enjoy wearing shorts, I don't know anything about shorts or the algorithm or anything else. I think marketing is something we all enjoy, and if you're not good at marketing and you own a small business, you're probably going to fall apart, so you'd better learn. As it relates to laundromats, you need to market your laundromat, and if you do that, you're going to explode. The reason most laundromat operators don't. So your marketing will be phenomenal, and all you have to do is market. Have barbecues on the weekend. Have not a grand opening, but a soft opening, and do that several times. No one cares. But I digress. I'm here at my...
All right, I'm going to look and see how it sounds. You got to bear with me. I don't know how to do any of this crap, so
penthouse.
What do? I rely on you guys as guinea pigs. Oh, you can hear it. Okay. I know the audio's a little low. I can't hear it myself at all because I'm not really good at this, but I can turn that audio up. All right, back to the video. Check this out for 4 or 5 minutes and then we'll hit you up and make a real live landlord call. This is my condo in Mexico, by the way.
Condo in Mexico because I've been on a property ladder down here forever. People always say to me when I consult with them, oh, I work in X, but I invest in Y, and the Y is always real estate. And then the reality comes out. Oh yeah, you love to travel. I love your personal aspect of travel. When's the last time you left the state? It's been 5 years. When's the last time you left the country? When we got married, we went to Mexico, whatever the case may be. I'm not dissing anyone. I'm saying do that thing that you love. And when it's real estate, it costs money. I don't have a plan B for you. I have laundromats. And the way you invest that money, do something you love. Travel. My wife and I started buying lots on the water down here in Puerto Peñasco, Mexico, 25 years ago. And those dividends were phenomenal. Everybody loves to hear from some 50-year-old douchebag about how much money he made in real estate or his job or that widget that he invented. Well, I'm here to tell you, money over time is what you need to get involved in somehow. I don't care if it's $1,000 you invest in silver, do it. Be smart. You've heard me say this several times. The poor spend money, middle class save money, and the rich invest it. But you have to have that money to begin with, and all I have for you is Coin Laundromats, the thing that built this. Very proud. I'm not a fan of Mexican beer. I'm proud of the house, I'm proud of what we build, I'm proud of the fact that I come down here and predominantly fix and repair the stuff myself. This is the Sea of Cortez. This is our complex, this is our patio, and this is dirt that we own. The thing is, that is the Sea of Cortez. You can roll out there, you can hang out, you can bring your family. Ownership has its own quality. You can't own anything at Disneyland other than a piece of stock. And if that's your thing, great. Like I said, invest. How do you get involved in owning real estate? You have to have some other business that's going to help you make that happen. So I implore you, learn a little bit more about me. Go ahead and go from those short videos to the long form stuff and understand who I am. Am I an asshole? Oh, absolutely. Am I a harsh guy? Sure. I'm not raising my voice. I'm not yelling at anyone. What I'm doing for my clients, calling not operators who are selling their failed laundromats, but calling landlords, because the landlord has that dirt. It's a zero-sum game. If you want to own coin laundries, I'm saying, don't buy the complex. Where are you going to get that money? Build a ton of laundromats and end up investing that cash in Mexico. This is risky. This is supposed to be really hard down here to make money, and most people are scared to death to throw cash south of the border, north of the border, or anywhere else in the world. I'm telling you this, the dividends that are paid down here are phenomenal. The taxes you'll pay are a little crazy if you don't know the right people. I'm Danny D'Angelo. I want to thank you. We come down here when we want. By the way, if you're a friend, if you know me, you can stay here anytime you want. Just pay the $50 cleaning fee. Not a joke. Why not? freelaundromat.com. Why? Because it's real. Because it's free. Thanks for subscribing and following. Get involved in something that's going to make not only you money, but also help your family into that substantial wealth category. Adios.
I thought that would be a little bit of fun, right? Show you guys something. That's one of my playlists. And the whole impetus for doing this, I was just talking to a consultation this morning, and she had no idea that I traveled the world. She had no idea that I had a penthouse down in Mexico, that my wife and I follow Formula One all over the world. And that's fine. Everyone doesn't have to know everything about me. But she was unawares that there's these playlists that we use. I'm just reading your comments. So I hope you enjoy that. I hope that the audio came through okay. Let me know in the comments if it was deplorable. That video was a little quiet, so I was able to crank it up on my little screen here. Let's get this party started, says Mac. Hey, Mac. McDougald. See, now I know you're not that McDonald's guy. I'm going to put some X's across here so I can hold my place. Hey, Danny, I can hear it. Thank you, Candace. Audio low, says Mac. I know. Anyone see the recent Investment Joy video about one of his clients who bought a laundromat and now suing the seller because of fake coin collections? Southern Gold, what is your name? How old was that video? So they bought a laundromat and they're suing the seller because they pretended it was making more than it was, right? Fake coin collections, meaning they lied about the income. That's how I would put that business standard. I sit right across from Brandon and tell him his videos are unwatchable. So I don't, and we laugh about that together. I don't know when that came out. I'd be interested to see it though. So doesn't that tell us all, one and all, don't buy a laundromat? So they're suing instead of saying, oh, gee willikers, we're so happy that we're making all this money in this laundromat. Instead, they're trying to go through with a lawsuit. Lawsuits aren't pretty for anybody. It's best to have an amicable. Oh, I can't hear my stuff anymore. There's that word again, amicable solution. That's beautiful. I love the sun reflecting on the water. Yes, it is one of my favorite places on earth, as is anywhere I get to see my wife's face, as is our property up north. Whether you're 10, 20, 40, 50 plus, try to find something joyful in every day. Try to say to yourself, and this is what I do, slow everything down and say, this is a great moment. Slow down and say, I'm happy. If you do that twice a day, you'll find that everything in life is more beautiful. And if you think, Candace, owning the penthouse in Mexico is going to solve all your problems, only if you let it. Only if you allow it to do that. We work really, really hard on our property up north, by the way. I find out that we're working more than we are playing. So you have to have that coffee talk moment. You have to have meals outside, and find those moments. Hey, Danny, I got the course, says Candace. Finished it. Excited to book my consultation call with you. Well, we don't book anything here. Just pay the fee, and I'll send you an email with my cell phone. It's pretty simple because I'm running it, so it's simple. We could talk as soon as this video's over, Candace. Hit me up. Marcus, what's up, my guy, Danny? What's happening, Marcus? Wait, evening, Danny. Stuck at the job while watching? Well, at least you can double dip like that. Southern Gold video was 3 days ago with the investment joy thing, Brandon. I assume most coin collection videos are staged. Seems silly to me either way. Go out and do the real thing yourself, right, Danny? Right, Wade. I don't think that Southern Gold, what's your name? His original video was taken down, be used in court, he said. His original video? Whoa. All right, we're going to come back and revisit this, all of this, because I'm kind of intrigued. Hold on. Anyone see the recent Investment Joy video about one of his clients who bought a laundromat and now suing the seller because of fake coin collections? Well, all right. We'll talk about that in a few minutes. We got to go to Texas. Let's get some work done.
Hey, Danny.
Tommy boy.
Yes, sir.
All right. Don't give any last names or social security numbers here.
Alrighty.
We have. Okay, we went over the LOI. I didn't really talk that heavily as I had planned on how good it was, but you're getting a year free rent and all the other things. But if you're a fan, if you will, of mine, and you watch this stuff, you're like, oh God, I didn't even know I could get free rent. And then it sort of sinks in, and you say, oh well, I expect it, right? Or I didn't know that I could get free rent and no money down and no deposits. But again, we get that later. We don't go in guns blazing and say to a landlord, well, I'm not going to give you a dime. But then when that's a negotiation, when they say, well, we don't have any money, we're not going to spend on air conditioning units, this, that, the other, which they are, I'm just saying for instances. That allows you to get, what will probably happen with you is more abatement. Right. I'm trying to pull
Since they're not doing anything with the floors or any.
Right. If they don't want to spend any money at all, then we're going to go to the mattresses on the time, which is something that doesn't cost them anything. And a lot of people are weird about this. You can't assume that any landlord, big or small, has liquid cash. Now, if they have 400 units, they're doing something really wrong if they don't have liquid cash, because they can take 399 units, take their money, and flow it over to you for a few months, but we never know.
Yeah.
I'm trying to find the LOI. So this was from Rankin, right?
No, it's Jack.
Jack. Okay. Hold on a second. You can see just how organized I really am. Okay, got him.
You there?
Yeah. I'm just
okay.
pulling it up. So when you look at this, 12 bucks a square foot, triple nets, we can't do anything about it. He's giving you 12 months free. And then
Yep.
gross, he doesn't want to do the. Oh, no. He's okay. He's lined through that. It's 4 months and then 8 months triple net. So that's not going to happen when they don't want to give you any money. They're gonna warranty the HVAC, which is new-ish. And tenant, you're going to provide your own sign. They basically line through anything that costs any money.
Yeah.
What do you expect me to say to Jack? 2 words, right? Try not to be an idiot. That's a lot of words.
I don't know.
He gets stuffed, maybe. Essentially, and this is part of not calling back the very day that they send this response. Normally, if it's really off the wall, we would wait until he sent a follow-up email showing weakness. Hey, here's my jugular. Did you get my LOI response? But, we don't need to play that game at this point. What I'm really saying to him is, look, if you're not spending anything, then we're going to, if there is no tenant improvement money coming at all, then we're going to need to increase from our ask. And this is all academic, right? We're not having the conversation until we actually have the conversation. All right, I've got his cell. I'm going to dial him up. You can mute. I don't see you in the document. I assume you're out and about. I will take the notes.
Okay, yeah, I'm driving. I'll put you on mute.
Happily. All right, here we go. Stand by. Imagine this is you making this call. Does your heart palpitate? Is it exciting or scary or both? Do you feel a lump in your throat? Think about it. I love this shit. Now's where you subscribe. Right now. Come on, Jack.
This is Jack.
Jack!
Yeah.
Oh, I thought that was your voicemail.
Hear me?
Danny D, the laundry guy. How's it going, man?
Good. How are you?
Never felt better. Never had more.
Yeah. Yeah,
So-
I said that last week. So, yeah, what are y'all thinking?
What I am thinking, in my experience, if it looks like the landlord doesn't have any money. If they do, they don't want to spend it. I understand that. We're not going to get a leg up with any help. But if that is the case, we can continue to move forward. We can take care of all of this ourselves. And of course, we've got $300 a square foot we're spending on equipment. This is a massive location, 6,000 square feet. I can't do anything about your triple nets, but we're going to have to not only go from our asking of 12 months, but add to that. The most, I'm going to look for 18 months of abatement on this so that we're not going to get this store open and operating properly in 3 months, not even 6 months. I don't know if you know this. You probably shouldn't know this. Our equipment gets built, right? They don't have it lined up when you need 75 washers and 50 tumblers. They don't have it sitting in a warehouse somewhere, so they build it. So to get this place properly operating is going to take time. But really, if I could do it in a day, I would. And then I try to get the consumers in. Laundromat customers are sticklers for habit, right? Oh, I already go here. I don't like it. It's nasty. It stinks. The equipment doesn't work, but I still go here. So getting those folks we're clawing these consumers into our location. It takes a very, very long time. I can leave everything else as is, add that abatement, send it back to you in writing. But I wanted to, again, like you said, what are you thinking? I wanted to get you on the phone and just tell you where we're coming from and why.
Yeah. I can explain all that to ownership.
Yeah.
And then
You're my mouthpiece, Jack.
I could. Yeah, I'll explain that to them and
Okay.
see what they're willing to move on.
Let me
So, yeah,
touch it up. I mean, look, I'm looking to write big checks here and get some returns. They're never massive returns. If you go in a laundromat on a Tuesday, there's not much happening. We're still spending on the electricity.
Yeah.
We're still keeping the lights on. Sunday is when we do our business. We play catch up the rest of the week. Personally, we don't do wash, dry, fold, or drop off. We don't do vans in the parking lot. It's you're chasing your tail. We do one thing. We do it very well, and it is operating that coin laundromat. Let me have, I'll have Tommy send back the email with the change, and you let us know as soon as you find something out. I appreciate you.
Sounds great. Yeah, just send that over, and then hopefully I can send back to you quickly.
Thanks, buddy. Ciao. Easy peasy, Japanesey. So just take his original retort and put 18 months. And we always, in a negotiation, we always have an out, right? If he comes back and says absolutely not, or he has the balls to say, it's going to be something above and beyond 12 months. So I ask for 18, and if he says, well, we can only do 12. Okay, well, you just got a year. Don't think that's bad. And on top of it, guess what? If they say 12, we'll say, well, why don't we do 12 and then, or 6 months post equipment renewal.
So originally,
you know how I
we
do it.
didn't we sent 12 originally. Isn't that what we sent? I mean,
you sent it at 12, and did you? Did we talked about 18? Because the LOI shows 12 line through.
It was 12. It was 12 plus another 6 at 1,000 gross a month.
Okay.
That's what it has in the LOI.
Yeah. Okay, but we only asked for 12 months abatement. Well, now we're saying F you. We want 12 months flat out or nothing.
Yeah.
So line 4 in the LOI is the only one you're going to change, and just abated rent, 18 months. And you could leave the 8 months, 4 months no cost, 8 months triple nets. He's only giving you 4 months free. Any landlord in any shoe store is going to give 3 months. Just understand that. That's standard.
Yeah, well, he's giving us 12 months of base, I guess. Total base is 12 of no payment at all, and then the triple nets is what we're paying on at month 5.
Yeah. Correct. He is giving you the free, but I don't even see that. That just pisses me off. I see 4 months free.
Right.
They don't need to collect your triple nets. They can take a haircut on it. All right.
Yeah. So line 4 am I changing his LOI that he sent back? I'm redlining through that. Is that?
Yeah. That's why we use a Word document, because you can keep changing it and adding to it. So I would just leave all his cute little. Everything is lined through. So take his little lines through, and we'll push him a little further. Say 18 months, no cost, and 4 months at 1,000. Add that in there. Tell him you want another 4 months at 1,000.
Okay.
All right. Send it to me first. I'll look at it. I don't think anything else. Nothing else needs to be changed. Thanks, Tommy.
All right. Yes, sir. Thank you.
Bye. I don't know. To talk about that, people, I've seen it. They make this conversation that's going down a really, really big deal. They have a pen and paper and 2 Sharpies, and they've got a headlight on that's turned to max, and they're ready to call the landlord. It's just a conversation with regular people. I can sit all day and talk to you guys about how to have these conversations. It's in my course. Real calls that no one sees on YouTube are in my course. But only you can prevent wildfires. Only you can sit and say, am I capable of that? Anyone can parrot what I say or what anyone says, but it's not the zig, it's the zag. What do you do when that landlord says something completely untoward or gives you a compliment or makes you feel easy or at ease or uneasy? Maybe they're really good. Maybe you can unravel it and understand it, but it's scary stuff. I want to crack open this here case of what in the hell is going on with this video, because I don't know anything about it. Southern Gold, what is your name? Your actual first name. And if you've told me this in the past, I won't apologize for not knowing. I forgot. I can't even. That's what the shirt says. Hello, Marta. Great call. Looking forward to our call. It's easy stuff. You just say, hey, we wanted this. We asked for this. And now we want something more. Southern Gold, are you here? Does anyone else on this video know what he's talking about that's here tuned in live right now? Anybody else know? Wade says, I'm a big fan of post-grand opening abatement. As you know, yes, it's better. We go from 18 months of free rent to 3 months post soft opening or grand opening. Then they want to know, what does that mean? Well, when the last piece of equipment is in place, we've got a week or a month to have our soft or grand opening. Doesn't really matter. But like I just told Jack, what we want the abatement for is to bring the consumers back, not just get opened. Don't forget, most small business operators fall for the old, I'll give you 3 months to get your doors open. What's that going to do for me? If it's a national chain where people drive by the highway at 110 miles an hour and they see those golden arches and they know they're going to get a shitty hamburger at a good price, that's different. The minute you get the doors open, you will have people lined up, moms with the shotties in the drive-thru. But you're running your small business, whether it's a bead shop or a nail salon or a laundromat, you better change something big, and it better be word of mouth that changes, because those consumers, they're not going to give a shit about a sign that says under new management. It needs to say under, tell us, Wade, better management. There's that word again, kill shot. What, have we lost Southern Gold 777? God, what the Double D catching alive on my drive home. Hello, Kurt. Does that mean you're listening? I guess you could listen. Dave Hughes. Looks like Investment Joy got scammed over buying a laundromat. I don't know. I don't know what you guys are talking about. Does anyone know what he's talking about? Because it doesn't sound like that. It sounds like somebody else. Jose, in the case of landlord not being able to provide TI, you switch over to rent abatement increase to offset the cost of putting AC. No, he has new air conditioning here. I wouldn't acquiesce to no AC, ever, ever, ever. It's too big. Also, what's the rule of thumb AC tonnage per 1,000 square foot? 1/2 as much as normal square footage because it's a laundromat. Under better management. Thank you, Wade. It's a video on YouTube. I know, David. I know. David, have you seen the video? Do you know what we're talking about, David? Because we've lost our friend Southern Gold. But the video came down. Why don't I just text our friend Investment Joy? Tell me what the hell. Use concise sentences, people. Saw part of it. See, here's a guy becoming an authority on what happened, and he hasn't even seen the whole thing. I'm live. People rumbling about your last video. I didn't see it yet. True. Care to jump on a live with me? Question mark. All right, so that's how we get shizzy done around here. It was 8 days ago. I don't know. I mean, I could go look at it and then we could look at it together. It's not like I'm going to shed any light on Brandon. We got scammed over buying a laundromat. Did my subscriber get scammed? Download the free Upside app. Okay. I don't know. I'll have to look at it. You guys have seen it. You guys know what's going on. I don't mind having a look. See, so live, I'm going to look at this thing live. He's not writing me back. He's probably busy. My wife loves the memes where the president says, "This is the first time hearing of this." This is definitely the first time hearing of this. Tell me how the volume sounds to you guys.
What happens when you go from watching one of my videos here on YouTube to buying your very own laundromat and all of the financial data that was given to you as a part of the purchase was all a lie?
So this isn't the video that I expected to post today. So earlier today, I posted a video on my YouTube channel where I helped a subscriber out on buying a laundromat. He bought a laundromat, wanted my help to come in. And now there's a lawsuit over that video, and the video had to be pulled from YouTube as potential evidence in court. Now, I want to remind you guys, I am a professional nothing. I'm not, I'm not
Brandon's
a lawyer.
gonna call.
I'm not a CPA. I am not an investment advisor. I don't have a Series 7.
Might as well leave the split screen up since he's calling up. No, because then I can't see your comments. I'm trying, kids. I'm trying. Hi from France, Americans. Hey, I noticed that you capitalized France, but not Americans. Yo, bro.
There he is, the man himself.
Here I am. So I know nothing about what's happening with you other than the fact that I'm on a live, we're calling a landlord back on a letter of intent we sent out, and a bunch of people, well, 2 people are in here saying, blah, blah, blah. The first guy, I think, had it right, and the second guy is confused. And then, you know how these short top chats are. The guy's like, I think this is what happened. Brandon got scammed and blah, blah, blah. And
Yeah,
I'm like,
wasn't me. So a guy contacted me 2 or 3 months ago, asked me if I had heard of a laundromat, and I'm sure it's like you get hundreds of emails every single week asking for help, advice. They're sending you laundromats. They want you input. And so next to Roman Atwood, the YouTuber in Newark, Ohio, was in his vicinity, and they said, hey, do you know anything about it? And I said, yeah, someone sent me a financial statement on it. I don't know much about it. And furthermore, I'm not spending due diligence on it. Get a call back 2 weeks later. The guy says, hey, I bought it. Well, that's interesting. So I ended up going and shooting a video with him. Decent, but if You should have bought probably your course and learned a little bit. Yeah, I'll give you a shout out on your own live stream. But yeah, he essentially on a good faith, and you know how that goes with a seller, weren't lying to him. And I went and shot a video with him, and we were going to do, you know, the classic coin collection video. You know, he bought a laundromat. Here's how much money he made this week.
Yeah.
And he had waited a couple days. Okay, I'll come do my thing that I'm known for. We'll do a collection video. It'll be fun. And you know, he spent $250,000 on this location. Did a coin collection video, and it's like, okay, you made $400 over the weekend. And
He spent
mine does
he
more
spent
than
$250,000.
yes, out of pocket.
Yeah.
$250 out of pocket. And I'm like, you know, I've got $85,000 in my location, and you know, if I over a weekend as it stands right now, I'd be kind of disappointed. But I also own the real estate, and he's leasing a location. And you know, as we go through the location, poor guy, you know, if you would have watched that I had to pull due to the lawyer contacting me, you would have seen the video gets progressively worse. And, you're renting 4,500 square foot for a laundromat, and you're only using 2,500 square feet, and your lease rate is like $1.10 a square foot between your lease and cam fees.
Why do these people keep rushing into these deals, man? Why?
I don't know. Nice guy, love the guy to death, but I'm also like,
there is a word.
well, I'm not going to say that.
It's biblical, but I don't know the guy. I don't know the deal. I haven't seen the original video, but it's just.
Well, I pulled the video.
Sad.
So he paid $250,000 for it. The seller gave him all these statements, and it's like, I've told people, you know, that's kind of like what the question I asked people is like, you expect them to lie to the IRS, but to be honest with you. And that does that really work? Because you're trusting.
No,
everybody hates the government, so we're just going to screw them on taxes.
Okay. This is how much it makes, trust me. Well, I don't trust you. I don't know you. Why are you selling if it does so well? The excuse pops up. Oh, I'm moving to Nebraska. My wife is sick. I'm sick of my wife. Whatever it is, it's an excuse. Now, most of those things, we're retiring, okay? Well, you say you work here 1 day out of the week and only an hour out of that day, so why would you? So trust but verify, right? Ronald Reagan. So we say, guess what? Let me see your bank statements. Oh, gee willikers, I don't put everything into the bank. And I'm not talking about this person. I don't know who this is. I'm talking about the dozens and dozens and hundreds of thousands of deals I've seen. So the next thing is, oh, okay, you don't deposit all the money? Let me see your books. And then you shut up. And when they say, oh, I know, Brandon, you keep books. I know that every laundromat operator keeps books. I know that every guy that owns a hot dog stand keeps books. So if they say, oh, I don't keep books, keep it all in my head, they're lying to you. So that's the end of that potential deal.
Yeah. So what I have never seen here before, and maybe you've seen it with all your experience, but I've never seen it before. I was on, if you watch the rest of the video, which, whatever, but I was on vacation with my family in Canada the past 2 weeks, and I'm there with my family, and the guy says, hey, just to let you know, my lawyer's probably going to be contacting you to use your YouTube videos, because, we recorded for about 3 hours with him. We ended up with a 20-minute YouTube video. They said that, hey, they're going to call you because I am returning this laundromat to the seller. And I said, I've never heard of that in my life. No. And he says, oh, yeah, I'm going to get my money back for it. And evidently there's a pending lawsuit over it. And I is bound and determined to get a refund on a laundromat purchase.
Well, what you don't see, when someone buys this business, they normally think, that's my fault. I didn't do the due diligence. Again, speaking in general terms, I'm avoiding my legal counsel getting involved. So what they do immediately is say, but that other guy that sold it to me didn't know what he was doing, and I can fix it. So months and months go by, and they start to learn that they were potentially lied to or should have never purchased a place in the first or second or third place, and they try to fix it. It's like that blender you buy, and it never worked. It was DOA, but it sits on your counter for 6 months, and you bring it back to Kmart, and they say, Sorry, man, this thing's 6 months old. Well, I never used it. It never worked. Well, that's 6 months. Bye. And like you say, I've never seen anybody say I'm going to return it. He gave them cash, I assume, or he wrote them a cashier's check. I mean, I have a video that I can't make public where I have a couple that spent $180,000 in cash in a briefcase to buy a laundromat. And they gave me permission to film it, to talk about it, to do it. And then they were so embarrassed as this couple sat down with me, they said, please take that down. So I did. I have a private video on my channel now, but I won't put that public just because they asked me to take it down. And you're wondering, who has 180 grand cash? Her dad died. It was her father's life savings.
Yeah.
And it was a joke.
Yeah, it's terrible. And there's people, you know, that's your one of the cases you've seen. I've seen people spend 7 figures on a laundromat, and it's almost a similar situation. They get ripped off by the local distributor, which you have plenty of disdain for. And I'm I've developed a decent disdain for local distributors.
I started all of this because of distributors and their bullshit. Now my impetus is fake gurus. I got a fake guru. I even have a button for that. So, you know, you and I don't talk on a daily. When we do, it's mostly about arms, but we have a lot in common because you see these deals happening, and these gurus are now popping up. Many of them don't even own a laundromat, never will, never have, and they're creating this fervor. And it's, you know, without greed, there is no con. And I don't mean greed on the side of the con man. I mean the mark, the person thinking that this is picking up gold out of the streets, but they know nothing about it. That's the difference. They don't try the pizza and say, I'm going to buy your pizza franchise. There is no pizza. It's just a bunch of machines, and they don't understand it because they've never been in it. I could go on and on ad nauseum. So you made a video with a friend, client slash viewer, and then he asked you to take it down, not the guy. Okay.
He did, and then the lawyers, he's like, you're going to get a call Monday requesting it from the lawyer if you do it, and it's
they
going
want
to be
the
in your best
edited
interest.
version, or they want to kick your door down. It's not the opposing counsel.
Yeah. Well, he believes that opposing counsel is going to countersue, and then they're going to request a copy of the YouTube video, but not the unedited version, because we've got cash machine pictures and all that different stuff. You know, it's one of those things. I hate the fact that I had to take the video down, but over the next coming weeks, I think this whole process is going to be much more interesting than the original video ever would have been.
Of course.
It's just never
be great fun. And you with your clicks, you know, you want to make sure that you get the clicks, and this is probably going to end up being quite a ride. And it's depressing.
It's going to be super interesting.
It's as close as people like us get to going away to federal prison. You know, it's like all these people making threats and, you know, getting your lawyer involved. I like when certain things trigger, because then I just say, look, give my lawyer 20 grand, take care of this. And we might smile about it, but it's icky. It doesn't really make sense. So good. You're the one to do this and make it big news, if you will. The CLA hates it. Everybody on the other side of these sales hate it. The business brokers hate it. But yeah, like you said, I've never heard anybody say, I just want my money back for this. I mean, they ask for it, but then they get ghosted.
Yeah, and this is a situation. I don't think it's going to end like that.
No.
But it's going to be interesting nonetheless, because I know that the seller that he has handed the keys back to has already tried to find a new purchaser for it.
Of course.
And yeah, which I thought was really interesting to hear that that's going on. So I don't know. I think I'd want my money back, but I don't know. It's a very interesting case. I've never heard of this before. As the other individuals out there on social media, because I'm definitely not the only one that does laundromat and videos.
My take might be a little bigger picture. My take is most people that buy laundromats don't know you. They don't know me. They don't take the time to go look at a YouTube, right? You might grow up, your dad is a contractor like mine. I don't go to YouTube to figure out how to sweat fit a new fixture on my house. I know how to do that.
Yeah.
But people
Yeah.
are so ignorant when it comes to owning laundries that they think they know. You might be a banker your whole life or a stockbroker, and you've made a ton of money, and you say, how hard could a laundry be? And you go get screwed.
Yeah.
60,000, 100, oh, it's not a lot of money. I got it on the cheap. No, you didn't.
Yeah.
You lost the money. And then,
Yeah.
do you know, did this guy just assumed the lease?
Yes, he did.
God.
Oh yeah. I had that conversation too.
Yeah. Sounds like well, if I had the time or the inclination, if you want to send me a link, I'll have a look at it.
Yeah. Yeah, I can see that, but it's an interesting situation, and I think you and I both are very well aware that these things are increasing.
Mm-hmm.
They're not decreasing, because now what you've got is a really weird situation where people bought a laundromat during the pandemic. They saw an ad or whatever. They went out, bought a laundromat, and now they're trying to pass on that deal to somebody else.
Mm-hmm.
And it never made any money, or it's costing them significant sums of money just to keep the doors open. So now they're trying to pass on a bad deal to somebody else.
But the
And
flip
I
side
am
of
getting,
that, the flip side of that is
Mhm.
laundromats are phenomenal businesses. They're great businesses as long as you get into it properly. Because as soon as you buy one for $250, that's what I paid. That's the starting price is $3, and then you talk them down $50, and you buy that pair of shoes, and then you realize, wait a minute, it's not making any money, so I need to spend another $250 on equipment. Oh, and my lease is horrendous. Oh, but that's right at the top of where you should be after a 10-year lease. No, you need to reset it. All the things that you and I understand. I'm screaming from the mountaintops. You've got 2.33 million followers. Good for you. And I'm over here with 50, but I won't change. I won't stop saying the F word because YouTube, doesn't impress me. I have my cult following of people that care, and they get it and they understand it. And everybody should have at least a dozen laundromats as long as you don't buy them.
Yeah, it's an interesting world out there, and my phone is now blowing up with people that have run into content or stuff online, and now I'm sitting down trying to reprogram them on no, everything you heard about this is wrong.
Yeah,
it's like if I know what your conversation is with people, and I've asked them. I said they're asking $250,000 for a laundromat that doesn't make any money, and they're telling you that one or two things will double the revenue.
Yep. All you have to do is this
profitable.
and this and this. Well, why didn't you do that?
And then I asked, so I've had a couple of these people. I said, go back to the seller, do me a favor. Go back to the seller and tell them, implement these things. I'll give you double the money for it. And I said, for some reason, no one has taken me up on that.
It's experience, dude. It's experience. The American Bartender School, right? What a scam. Because every bar says, we want experience. Nothing more, nothing less. We want experience. And you can't buy experience. You and I have been through it. You found me after buying one, like a lot of people. Dude, it means the world you jumping on here. It sounds like you're slapping kittens or something important. So
I've got an axe in my hand trying to cut down a little tree.
You cannot tell a lie. All right. Well, that's the image we'll use on the cartoon that we create later. Keep me in the loop. Let me know what's going on.
Yep.
All right.
All right. Sounds good.
Love you and your family.
Thanks,
Talk to you soon. Bye.
Same to you.
Cheers.
See you.
A lot to unpack, but I kind of figured that you guys were off as far as what's actually going on. So you guys were off as to what's actually going on. Let me refresh my screen, and hopefully I won't lose everything we are doing here. Yeah. Well, there's two sides to every argument, and there's two sides to laundromat ownership, truly. There is a divide directly down the center. You've got an entire group, an entire I'm not going to use the percentage, but you've got a contingent of people, brokers, salesmen, real estate agents, salesmen, the associations behind laundromat ownership who are now starting to create professional YouTube videos. Why? Why do they need them? You'd have to ask them. That entire contingent buy a laundromat. Now we've got operators who have bought laundromats. Why are they telling others to do it? Because misery loves company? Maybe. Certainly, that's human nature. Or because they don't know any other way. Because Danny D'Angelo and his free laundromat stuff, nothing's free. Guys, you're going to spend a lot of money. Not your time, not your energy, not your blood, maybe some sweat, maybe some tears. You're going to put pen to paper and purchase equipment new, period. I'm not afraid to give away all of the secrets. There are no secrets. Let's burn through these comments quickly, and if you have something to add, let us know. Kurt, Dave, looks like Investment Jar got scammed over buying a laundromat. Incorrect. In the case of a landlord not being able to provide TI, you switch over to rent abatement. Correct. Under better management is what our signs say. Correct. It's a video on YouTube. Thank you, David. Saw part of it 8 days ago. We have the story now, so we know what's going on. Hi from France, Americans, here with the social Marxists 30% taxes if you open a laundry business, plus taxes on your results too. How is it in America for taxes on Soci-Fi business? Bobby, I have a success story client just on the other side of the channel, northern France, who went through me and did be getting a free laundry. That's got to be over a decade now. I need to reach out to him and do a video. I need to start traveling the world and doing those videos. But he never talked to me about taxes. It's a thing where, look, if everybody's paying the taxes on a business, cash or otherwise, then you just raise your prices across the board because everyone pays the taxes. No one's going to bring their laundry to Great Britain, I hope. Eric says, I could watch Danny live react videos every day. Well, I don't know. I was looking. Sorry, Americans. I capitalized America. Thank you, Bobby. We Americans are very pro-America. The good ones, anyway. Wheels on Wheels, Augusta. Hey, yes, hot dog carts do keep books. Yep, Weenies on Wheels. That's his name. Probably found me through our mutual friend, Wade. Hopefully this case opens some eyes and they realize that buying a laundromat is always a losing play. Can you imagine if this lawsuit goes to the Supreme Court? Brandon says, I could do a live stream with Danny and I could just go over situations. I've had 2 more this week, people being lied to over laundromats. There you go. Endless. I have tons of them. If you're consulting with me, okay, listen, this is a very small group, so I don't expect my phone to explode. If you're consulting with me and you haven't decided to bring me on board to help you negotiate, right? You've seen the course, you have my phone number, and you haven't seen the couple that gave over $180,000 in a briefcase, text me. You're a consultation with me. You have my number. You'd like to see that video. It's a private video on my channel. I can send you a link. Text me. Wade is sucking up to Brandon. I hope you enjoyed your time in Canada, where I call home. We all know that, Wade. You know, it's funny, says Dave. I was looking at buying a laundromat, and then I took your course, and it opened my eyes. Boom. Kill shot. Love it. Dennis says CLA videos are worthless. Well, let's not give them any hints, right? You know, I mean, what are they doing? They're informative. On their side of this, they're trying to make laundry sexy, and they're highlighting successful operators, I assume. But what people want to see is more like what I do, which is real and live and gritty and raw, what Investment Joy, what Brandon does. Here's the numbers. Yeah, there's a lot of, oh, my laundromat made this, but this is what it cost me to run it. My thing is, even those numbers are not truth-telling. I made $45,000 last month. It cost me $23,000 to operate the laundromat. Okay. I have 2 texts now from people that want to see it. I will take care of you, Kurt, Wade. Wade, I'm calling landlords for you, so you don't fall in that, but I'll send it to you, buddy. You've got the profit, and if they say it's any more than 25%, they're lying to you. Then you look at the P&L statement and instantly, oh, I can't snap with this thumb. Try not to be an idiot. You look at the P&L statement, oh, no labor. Oh, the laundromat runs itself. We don't have any employees. Maybe you don't have any classic employees. That means that your fruity is in there every day, collecting next to nothing. Marcus says, Danny, I'm glad I came across you first before any of the fake laundromat gurus. Fake guru. You're just looking for me to press a button there, Marcus. Kurt, David, I was about to go contract for a $180,000 zombie mat. Took the silly course and never looked back. I'm going to send him the video. Hard to watch. Have you subscribed?
A message or text.
Kurt, you bastard. Why are you letting me go to voicemail? Brian says, I stepped away from the live to watch the Investment Joy video. Brandon's painful to watch. I don't know what you mean because that video is gone. Did he do live at the same time? Is that what you mean? No. No, he was chopping a cherry tree. Oh, the video's up. I can see it. Yeah, I can see it. No, I'm not going to react to it and watch it live with you guys.
Kurt Trainer.
Oh, he's calling back. Didn't you know that was me?
No. It's funny. No, my phone's on silent and I heard it on the TV. So I'm like, let me go check my phone.
Maybe that's Danny calling me. All right, so gush for a minute here. You were going to buy a laundromat.
Yep.
Tell it. Well, pretend like I don't know and tell us the story. You're live, obviously.
So
why laundromats? What state are you in? Number one.
Virginia.
You're in Virginia. And where did you get the silly idea that you needed to have a laundromat?
Because everyone has to have a laundromat.
Yeah.
Remember, I bought a couple of vending machines. Remember, you laughed at me for that one. But I did sell them for a profit. So
good.
Oh, yeah. All that. But yeah, I almost bought this thing. 180 grand. And it's funny you just mentioned, like, the guy was like, oh, you know, if I keep it, I'm going to make it 24-hour, and I'm going to, you know, make it on a 10. I'm going to put in all new machines, and I already had a distributor out here and this and that. Yeah. This is the guy, though, that first off, he was on a month-to-month lease. And I told him, okay, get with the landlord. And I need at least a 10-5-5 lease. Oh, no, he's not going to do that. All right, well, then you want say $500,000 in machines, and
why the fuck
do what?
would you give him
A 5-year?
$180,000 and you have a month? Then you're supposed to go to the landlord. Did he give you his information?
With the landlord?
Yeah.
No, but
No.
you know, couple of Google clicks, and I already know who it is.
Why aren't we calling this guy up? The landlord.
We will as soon as I get to the next step
Good.
here. I told you I got to finish my bathroom renovation here,
Oh,
and
Jesus Christ.
then I'm all in.
All right.
I got a lot of balls in the air.
You sure do. You got a lot of balls somewhere. Stay on with us here for a minute here, Kurt. So if anybody
Okay.
has, so you, what's the timeline? You're looking at buying this place for 180. Was that his asking price?
Yeah,
And where did you find it?
Facebook.
Facebook Market. I know you told me all this, and I have it written down somewhere.
But you want to know something, Danny? When out of the blue, he called me. He showed me his Facebook messages, and he probably had 200 unread Facebook messages to buy this place.
Unreal.
So,
but why would
yeah.
he not? Why would he not go through 200 hot leads? Because 99.9% of them are fucking idiots that live in Nebraska. Not saying all idiots come from Nebraska, but they're not serious. There's 200 people. Dude, how do you think I feel when I get a link from a Facebook group or a Reddit rip or any of this where people are out there, these fake gurus are out there trying to sell their courses, and they say, hey, you want to know how to buy a laundromat? Just hit me up in the comments and say, buy a shithole. And then every comment, buy a shithole, buy a shithole, buy a shithole, buy a shithole. And I'm looking at that. What should I do? Should I do what the other fake gurus do and go in there and say, hey, I'm Fred. I'm not Danny D'Angelo, but you should go look at Danny. Some people do it. And what do you think happens? They block that person and they delete the comment, obviously, because they want everybody to say, buy a shithole, buy a shithole, buy a shithole. I don't know, man. Because 3 times a week I talk to people that, and a lot of people say that, you got a guy on YouTube that has 11 followers, and he says, I'm always fielding this email question from people because he wants to be a guru. No, you're not. You 11 people and people are emailing you? No one's emailing you. 3 times a week I talk to people who have given thousands of dollars to these fucks. And I say, what did you learn? I really honestly want to know, what did you learn? Nothing. Come on. You must have learned something you didn't know. No. The whole thing is send a letter. Wow. Do you own anything, Kurt? Do you have a house, a truck?
Yeah.
Land?
Yes.
You get texts every fucking day. Sell me your residence at blah, 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 Easy Street.
Oh.
Right?
3 a day.
When it first started, I used to have fun. I would write back, hey, let's do it, $2 million, whatever. But it's not fun. It's just the way. So who's doing it? Little old ladies who don't know any better? It must work or they wouldn't keep doing it. It must work. What we are doing is not a cold call scenario. What we are doing is a warm call on a hot lead every time. I always want to turn the frown upside down and say to people, no, laundromats are phenomenal businesses. When you have a shit-eating grin because you didn't buy it, you didn't build it, yet you own it. So take a few minutes and watch that video. And remind me, when we do start calling, don't get bent out of shape because you spend 3 months redoing your bathroom and you say, oh, I could have had this laundry, because as we start making calls, you'll find that some of them have fallen or some of them have changed hands. If they get sold, who cares? Because those will fall eventually anyway. Welcome aboard. I'm glad you're on board. I sent you the video. Enjoy.
Cool.
Later.
All right, Danny. I'll be in touch soon.
Bye. Cheers. Why does he have my telephone number? Because I'm not fake guru, some kind of shit that's out there taking people's money. You get my phone number, and that's the way that I do it. That's what you want. You get in a horrible, life-changing car crash, and you start to call attorneys' offices. If you're naive, you think that counselor is going to answer the telephone. They don't answer the phone. They have a voicemail message, a secretary. If you're lucky, second or third in charge. Got to pay up. Or have a case where they think they can make some wampum. A city vehicle hit you. It's great. I'm angry when I hear this stuff. I'm angry. I don't need you guys going over to Investment Joy with his trillions of people leaving my channel. How dare you? You know I don't care. Brian, I went and watched it. It's painful to watch. Justin, watch your course. I've been watching a lot of your videos. I will never buy a laundromat. Of course not, Justin. You're part of the choir now. Hello, says Efren. Hello, Efren. Welcome to the winning team, Justin. Yes. And it is that. It is a team effort. If you never own a laundromat, I've done my service to you, because you won't get robbed of that money. Justin says, I'm eager to get started, but I'm waiting on some extra cash in October to bring you on for negotiation. Oh, he's talking to me. What do you recommend I do in the meantime other than study? Well, just watch the lives, Justin. And don't be worried about having some big chunk of change. Hit the consultation button. That's easy. Do that. That's a few bucks. You guys can't consult with me if you haven't seen the course. Get the course. I'm going to make you a deal right now. I'm over here looking at my course sales. If you're on the fence thinking about getting the course, grab it right now during this live. I'll see an email pop up, and that individual is going to get my phone number gratis. I will consult with you. My consultations are never ending. You better hurry. First one only, not two. And if nobody does it in time, it's not under the wire. Sorry for your luck. There's that word again. All right, I have that window open, so when it pops up, Tom wants to see the private video. What can of worms have I opened? Oh boy. Yeah, it's really bad. All right, I'm closing out some windows so I can keep this window popped up. All you need is me. All you need is love. All you guys need is Danny. Schritz. Hello, sir. About to buy your course. I'm expecting enough money to get one using your techniques, but what can I do now while I'm waiting for my money? Did you sue somebody? Mr. Patra from all the way from India says hello. Hello. I think we had quite a time. We have heard from my friend Brandon. We talked to a landlord. If you're just joining us, you need to go back and watch this thing from the beginning. And if not, oh, we have a winner. No, different thing. All right, I'll tell you what I'll do. The next one who grabs the course, you're also going to email me at Danny at. Well, no, because you might not be. There might be a bunch of you that jump on. I don't know why you guys don't jump at an offer like that, especially you Schnars ass 24, whatever your name is. What?
Nigel Anderson
Why?
or Trap Call?
Why? Oh, I have my my toll-free line on my phone. I have to change that. Trying to get it. Well, you got 30 seconds. Lee loves me. I love you too. All right, kid. Offers off the table. So I can get your number, he says, 1 minute. No, a deal's a deal. What am I waiting for? Why would I be waiting? Why would I possibly be waiting? Oh, John, first name John. Johnny B, John B, just jumped into the course. John, send me a follow-up email if you are on this. John B, send me an email, Danny at freelaundromat.com. Anybody can send me an email at any point. It's on the website, Danny at freelaundromat.com. A John B just jumped into the course. He is now getting a link automatically sent to him. Very little happens automatically around here. I'm not a tech guy, but some stuff needs to be techie. So John has that. If in fact John is not watching this live, then he is not privy to the offer. So John, make sure you send me a follow-up email. Guys, do you follow me on Facebook? I'm not hard to find, Danny D'Angelo. Go over there and follow me. Give me a follow on Facebook. We have a lot of fun there. And here's more people asking for the link. I'll take care of all you kids that want the link. I appreciate you. It's funny that a suit is now ensuing because the preponderance of the knuckleheads that want you to get into this business want you to buy one. They don't see any other way. If you take the energy and the time and you put in the work, with or without my help, you'll get that location because it's in rented space for free. This 180,000, this 250,000, this 60,000, that's not much money. 60 grand in order to take over someone's failed business and then go to the landlord hat in hand begging for a long-term lease. How in the does that make sense to you? Go comment on this video, and here's what I want to hear from you. Let's do a little inside joke. Go comment on this video in the chat, not here in the top chat. Go comment as soon as I burn this down. Go over to the permanent video, the evergreen video, and comment on something that you lost money on. Go. Ciao.